What up, socialites? Welcome back to the Social Studies Podcast with me, Joe Dombrowski.
And me, Gaspare Randazzo.
I am going to be in a bunch of places. Like, let's see. Coming up here, I'm going to be in Tulsa and Des Moines and Los Angeles a few times, Springfield, St. Louis, Lexington, Omaha, Brea, Raleigh, Boston, Denver, Eugene, Oregon. Get your tickets at thejoedombrowski.com.
And I will be in Philly, West Hartford, Tulsa, Plano, Atlanta, Long Island, Los Angeles, Sacramento, Point Pleasant, Seattle, Chicago, Buffalo, Toronto, Manhattan, Chester, New York, which is upstate, and a few other places. Get your tickets at GaspareRandazzo.com.
Okay, let's start right off the top. We have a Patreon message that came in. You can become a Patreon member at patreon.com/the Social Studies Podcast. It's called Am I the Asshole Crazy Wedding Edition. I love it already.
Ooh, already love
Here
it.
we go. Hi, Joe and Gaspar, longtime listener here, and boy, do I have a story for you. A crazy wedding story and Am I the Asshole combined into one email. Let's get into it. At my brother's wedding, a very close friend got really drunk and started talking shit about me, my mom, and my new sister-in-law to all of my extended family members. She was also barefoot the entire night, wearing pajamas, tried hitting on my dad, and ended up peeing on the dressing room floor because she was so wasted. It was just a lot. Fast forward, I'm getting married less than a year later. Her daughter was supposed to be my maid of honor. After finding out about everything that happened, I sat her down and told her, very calmly and politely, that I thought that it would be best if her family just came to my wedding as guests. She was super understanding and in that moment even hugged me. Then her mom completely lost it. She showed up at my wedding house screaming that I was a horrible person and made the whole thing up. So, am I the asshole for kicking her out of my wedding? Or is don't insult people and pee on my stuff a fair wedding boundary? Please do not use my name. Okay, let me read that part again. She's getting married and that woman who peed, her daughter was this person's maid of honor. And after finding out about everything that happened, she sat her down very calmly and said that she thought that it would be best if her family just came to my wedding as guests.
Okay. I understand it.
Does she mean that she took back the maid of honorness?
Yeah. Okay.
But the family was still invited?
Okay.
Is that right? I got that right?
This is going to kind of sound crazy.
But wait,
this
do
happened.
I have that right?
Yes, you have it right.
I'm so sorry. I just want to make sure I have it. So she said, you can't be my maid of honor, but
I
you
still
and
want
your
you to
family
come
are
as a
still
guest.
invited. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So Melissa had a maid of honor at our wedding, and they didn't have a falling out, but they just really weren't as close as it got. Like, she asked her to be the maid of honor, and then some things happened, and they weren't as close, and she basically revoked the maid of not the maid of honor. No, what? Yeah, what's it called? The bridal party. She basically revoked it, but we still invited the girl as a guest to the wedding. But it was just kind of we're not really that close anymore. And being in a bridal party is a freaking huge expense. Being a groomsman, being anything, it's like a punishment. When I've been asked to be a groomsman, I'm like, fuck, because it's it's going to cost you $2,000.
I'm the same way. Yeah, I'm the same way. Mm-hmm.
So, it was kind of a back and forth. It was look, we're not that close. I'm going to relieve you of this duty. So now you don't have to do all the stuff and be burdened with it. And they're not friends anymore. So it really, and that was the souring of the relationship fully, but it was soured before that.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't think you're the asshole because it's happened in my life. So
okay.
You're good.
I have a story too,
book.
and then I'll tell you if I think she was the asshole. Okay. So I had a group of friends a long time ago, and like two of the guys were getting married, and like I kind of had like one of the grooms I just had like some sort of like interesting connection with. Like we weren't like super shut up, Gasper. We weren't like super close or anything like that, but like whenever we would go out with this whole group of friends, him and I would like
Connected.
like jokingly talk shit about everyone else and end up at the bar by ourselves while everyone else got like nutty. We just had our own little thing that was like fun, you know? So then like the two guys ended up getting engaged or whatever. And like all the guys in this group of friends are like asked to be in the wedding. And I'm asked to be that guy's best man, I think. I don't really remember. I think it was best man. And I was kind of like, yeah, I'll do it. But I remember even being like, am I the person for this? Like, I don't know.
But were you that close? Like,
I mean, I guess they thought so. I guess they thought so. If I'm being real too, like the other, someone's going to hear this and like know exactly who I'm talking about. But like the other husband, whatever, like we were like super good friends at one time, but like a very difficult person to get married to was like Groomzilla times a million. Like we were like, there was a, so like another friend, like here's the thing. The one groom was the one who was kind of a Groomzilla. He was like, at our wedding, everyone has to wear white. And like one of our very good friends' mom was like, I'm not fucking wearing white. Like, I'm not wearing white at this like summer ass wedding. I'm going to sweat my Midwestern ass off. Like, we're not fucking wearing white. You know what I mean? Like, and now I got to go shop for like a white gown that I don't have. And like, it was just a pain in the ass. And then like the suits and shit that we were going to wear. And then there was a bachelor party that was like expensive. And mind you, at the time, I'm like just a teacher. And I'm like calculating all this shit. And I'm like,
it's insane.
Literally, I want to be a part of this, but like, I cannot afford all of this in 1 year. Like, this is a lot. Like, I got to get you a gift. I got to get a hotel for the night. I got to buy a suit. I got to buy a white fucking outfit. I got to go on the bachelor party. I got to like do all the, I'm like, this is a fucking lot. Okay. Well, then like, I don't quite know what happened, but yes, I fucking know what happened. Yes, I fucking do know what happened. One of the guys in the group, and this was before the viral video, this was before I was doing comedy locally in the Detroit area. Okay, Gasper. And at this time in my life, I heard Lady Gaga say, like, if you tell people you're famous, they'll believe you. And I was like, done. I wasn't in a position where I could just like get up and go to New York. I wasn't in a position where I could just get up and go in LA. So I was like, I'm doing comedy in Detroit. It's a terrible scene for this, but I'm going to make the best of it. Right. A lot of family and friends were like coming out to support me and coming to shows. And that was starting to catch fire a little bit. And I was gaining a little bit of a local audience. Not much. I'm going to be so real with you. Not much.
Yeah.
But I was going on Instagram and I was doing story and I was making posts and I was addressing my posts by saying, hey to all my fans out there. But I had no fans really. Right. But I knew that.
Fake it till you make it.
Absolutely. I knew that. Okay. And I knew that I was being tongue in cheek, and I knew my friends and family would be like, he's talking to us. He's calling us his fans. Like, that's funny, cute, whatever. But at the same time, I was like, if someone stumbles across this page now and they see me, they're like, oh, this bitch, she got fans. Like, I guess we're going to like be a fan. You know what I mean? Like, I had people who were repeat coming to my shows because I was on the show. Like, that's called a what?
Fan, yeah. Agreed.
So one night, we're all drinking and we're in an Uber on the way back. And like, I hear two of these friends tripping about me in the back seat. And I was like, do you got something to say? And this guy to my face said, we just think that it's really, I guess the word now is cringe. I don't know what he said then, but he's like, we just think it's like really stupid and like that you're like going on your Instagram pretending like you're famous and like trying to act like you're famous. And I looked at him in his face and I was like, because I'm going to be. And I
Let's send him
like,
this episode.
done. And I was like, I'm done. And I'm like, I'm done. Because I was like, how dare they like, I'm trying to like make something here. Like, I'm passionate about entertaining and like being and like comedy and doing this. And like, they're going to belittle me for doing something cool after all the free tickets I've given you guys, after all the nights out that you've come and like had a good time at my shit. You're going to say it's just weird that like you think I think I'm famous. And like, well, so like from that moment, I like literally pulled myself out of this group, but the wedding was still happening. So eventually I had to like call that guy and I was like, and I never had a rift with him at all, but it was like everybody else in this group, including his soon to be husband. So I pulled out and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be your best man. And he's like, are you going to go to the wedding? And I was like, no.
Well, because if you think everybody there is fucking assholes, why are you going to go and party with people you don't like?
Mm-hmm. And I'm still friends with that guy. Like they live in a different state now, and like him and his now other husband. So those two guys didn't end up getting married.
Guys, summer's right around the corner and I'm trying to look a little better. I'm going to the beach. I'm working out. You know, I'm trying to eat better. Not really working out, but I want to look nicer on the beach. But I don't want to give up bread because I love bread. And I know that there are a lot of you out there who feel the same way about it that I do. And luckily, there's a solution. It's Hero Bread. Hero Bread is ultra low net carb, 0 grams of sugar, and high in fiber. They got bagels. They got burger buns. They're fluffy. They're delicious. You can make them into a sandwich. They fit into any type of bread situation that you might have going on in your life. You can cut down your sugar. You can add a little fiber. You can add even a little more protein to your diet with their Hero Bread classic plain bagels, which have 4 grams of net carbs, 0 grams of sugar, and 19 grams of protein. And maybe you don't want just a little plain bagel. Maybe you want an everything bagel. Well, guess what? 5 grams of net carbs and 17 grams of protein. Everything bagel. It is delicious. And they even have a flaky Hero croissant. Okay. So you would never know that it's low net carbs. It is high in fiber. It is absolutely delicious. So Hero Bread is offering 10% off your order. Go to hero.co and use code social at checkout. That's social at HERO.co.
Lately, I've been trying to clean up the way I shop for my groceries, not just for my health, but for my budget too. And I was getting tired of standing in aisles trying to read every ingredient label, only to end up overpaying for a few healthy items at my local grocery store. That's when I gave Thrive Market a try. And honestly, let me tell you what, game changer. I'm getting the same high quality brands that I love, but for less and without compromising my standards. Thrive Market is your favorite health food store, but it's online and way more affordable. I'm talking about premium brands like Primal Kitchen, Who, and Simple Mills, all delivered to your door and up to 30% less than what you'd pay in traditional grocery stores. Everything they sell is non-GMO and meets incredibly high standards. They've actually banned over 1,000 ingredients that are still allowed in the United States. Things like artificial dyes, preservative, and seed oils. The site is super easy to shop. You can filter by your diet if you're looking for gluten-free or paleo or keto or low sugar or vegan, whatever you want. so you're not wasting any time reading labels and trying to figure it out yourself. You can even stock up on wellness essentials like magnesium, omega-3s, and herbal teas. It's not just for food because Thrive has supplements, household items, and even clean beauty supplies too. All vetted and all more affordable than you've ever expected. And the shipping, let me tell you what, fast and carbon neutral. Plus, when you sign up, you get to pick a free gift worth up to $60 with your first order, which, by the way, is a pretty great way to save and try something new as well. Skip the junk without overspending and head to thrivemarket.com/social studies to get 30% off your first order and a free $60 gift. That's thrivemarket.com/social studies. thrivemarket.com/social studies. And yes, I think I just said $60 gift, and I definitely meant 60. So here's my thing. This girl, is she the asshole? No. But I think she should have taken it one step further and be like, don't even come.
It's hard though, because like, okay, the whole fucking, I forgot what they even said now, but like they peed at the wedding and they're hitting on everybody and going crazy. Like, it's just embarrassing. But like, I don't know, like telling them not to come, I don't think they have to not come. But also, if I was personally like pulled out, like if I was in a best man situation, they're like, actually, I don't want you to be the best man anymore. I'd be like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm not even coming. I don't know. Because
yeah. But here's the other thing too. We're talking about this person's mom. So she could have said to this person, like, yo, like, you're invited. All this is happening. Your mom's not fucking coming. That's it. Point blank. I would have said that shit.
Like, you could come, but not your mom.
I would have. You wouldn't have done that? Oh, for sure.
I would have still went to the wedding. If my mom was uninvited from a wedding.
No. I'm not saying uninvited. I said I would have never invited. And I would have made it clear, like, you're in my wedding. Your mom's not coming. I don't care if we're family friends or whatever. Your mom's a fucking.
But that's uninvited because she was already invited. Oh, because then she said, all right. Yeah, I got you. Right. I got you.
Right.
Speaking of bachelor parties and all that stuff being expensive, did I ever tell you what I did for my bachelor party?
No. Tell me, please.
We went to.
We did old?
Like my brother like set up all this weird stuff.
Oh, you told me this.
Yeah, and one of the parts,
and it was like an event, and you kept doing events all day.
Yeah, and one of the events was we went to a like ninja class where they use legit ninja wood sticks, and this fucking samurai beat the shit out of me. Like, everyone was like fighting, and they learned how to do like cool things, and like it was fun. And then in the end, they're like, Gaspare, you go up against the samurai. It's your bachelor party. And I was like, what? And this guy just like whooped my ass with a stick.
That's
and, like,
amazing.
There was like, I tried to just defend it. Like, it's not easy because they're so good.
Sure.
And I was not.
How old
and
were
then
you?
for my I was fucking young. I was 25.
Oh my God.
I was really, my frontal lobe wasn't even developed yet.
Right, and then you beat the hell out of it. So it was never developed.
Also, for my brother's bachelor party, we went to West Virginia and we went cave diving. Spelunking.
Oh, cool. Spelunking. I'm
so
down for but I'm down for that.
It's so crazy.
Down for that.
We were so deep underground, and then he's like, "Oh, shut your flashlights," and then we shut them. Think about like the darkest scenario that you could imagine, and it's even darker than that. Like, the guy was like, "If you're down here in this darkness with your eyes open for like 20 minutes, you'll go blind." Like, that's how dark it was. Like, it'll take the color out of your eyes.
Yikes.
And like, then there was like one part, they made us army crawl 100 yards in a space that was about a foot.
You're like,
and he's like, yeah, no, it was kind of scary, but it was cool. And another side note, my sister's husband got into a car accident a few days ago. He was fine. A car jumped the double lane and went into his lane, and they went head on with each other.
Oh,
and
my God.
My brother-in-law, thank God, walked away. Like, he shouldn't have, but he walked away. He's tough as hell. He like just got like some damage in his hand. The car got completely totaled, all this crazy stuff. And anyway, they ordered a new car. The car was getting delivered yesterday, and while they were delivering the car fell off the back of the truck.
God.
and went into the woods because they live near woods. And it fell into the woods, rolled over, and got lodged in between trees. A brand new giant like Dodge truck. And it got lodged in between trees, and they had to come and pull it out and all this crazy stuff.
So are they
he was
getting
on that
money
party
back
with me,
on the
so
car or something?
dude, it's a nightmare right now. I don't
Dude,
even
I
know.
know. You know how I know? We bought a mattress on a Memorial Day sale, which thank God we've been trying to get a new mattress for years. We just never go. We say we're going to do it. We never do. So here's the thing. Morgan is the king of research to the point where I got to be like, we're just doing it, right? Because he will research something for a month before he pulls the trigger. So we have needed a mattress for whatever. So I waited and I waited and I waited until we were walking into Mattress Firm. And I literally said to him, I was like, I'm leaving with the mattress. I'm going to buy a mattress. I'm going to give them my credit card and we will leave here with a mattress. And he was like, well, we could like check the price and then go like, I'm like, I don't care. If another place has it cheaper, I don't care. I'm getting a new mattress today. Done. It's been like years. Like I have the time. I'm home. We are going to sit here and test mattresses, and we are going to pick the one we want. And God love that man. I love him so much. He was like, okay, because I've been bitching about this mattress forever, which is so big for him to be like, no, we don't need it to be. He was just like, okay. And I was like, oh, God, I love you. So anyway, we went in. We tested a bunch of mattresses. We found the one we liked, which we knew was probably going to be the one we liked anyway. So we did go in with a plan. And then we left. And they were like, it's going to be delivered tomorrow. Gaspar, we cleared out our bedroom. I took the sheets off. I took the cover, the protector. This thing was ready. It was a naked mattress on my bed frame. Okay. Time's going on. It's not delivered. The time slot that they told us it was going to be dropped off in never happened. I'm like, what the hell? They call us back. The mattress, they never told us what, was damaged in transit to our house. So I'm going to go ahead and say it fell off the truck and is lodged between a bunch of trees.
Or someone sold it.
Then they were like, okay, it's not going to be able to come for 2 weeks. Unless you want a similar mattress, we can get there now. And I was like, no, we picked that. We want that mattress, no similar. And they were like, okay. And Gaspar, I'm in this point in my life. Like I used to be like, you could put burnt toast on my plate and I would never send it back. But I am in this point of my life now where it's like, I work so hard for my money. I'm getting my money's worth. So I said to the guy on the phone, I was like, listen, not happy. We not only moved our whole day around to be here for this mattress to get here today, I'm also in a room with no mattress in it because I was ready to sleep on my new one tonight. So I want to know how I'm going to be compensated for this. Now, Gaspare Randazzo, what do you think the appropriate compensation for this situation would be?
I would say like waive the delivery fee, like maybe waive something. Because like they're not just going to be like, yeah, we'll give you $300. Like I don't think it works like that. But I think they can waive stuff or like maybe give you a credit to the store. Like where'd you get it? At like Ashley
Mattress
Furniture
Firm.
or whatever?
Yeah.
What?
Mattress Firm.
Okay, yeah. So like but what like a credit to Mattress Firm is a fucking punishment. Because like what are you going to do?
What am I going to buy another mattress?
Another mattress? And even if they give you $300, nothing's under $300. So you're not getting anything. I don't know. What'd they say?
They gave us $200 off the mattress. There's no delivery fee. So it just came with it. $200 off the mattress.
All right. For 2 weeks.
I was like, okay. I was like, okay. That's fine. I wasn't gonna like fight it again. However, now that you say that, we do need a mattress for another bedroom in here. So I should have been like half off the next mattress and I'll put it on Instagram.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Guys, it's really important to focus on your mental health. So many people put so much emphasis into working out, looking good, all that stuff. But you know what? If you're mentally not feeling good, then you're in a lot of trouble. So many people wait, they hesitate, they don't want to get help. And it doesn't just impact you, it impacts your family, it impacts you at your job, it could impact your entire community. Did you know that over 26% of Americans who participated in a recent survey said that they avoid seeking mental health support due to fear of judgment? Guys, there's no judgment. Everybody needs help. Nobody's perfect. And if you think you're perfect, that's a problem. Everybody could use a little help, okay? So why not have someone who could talk to you? Why not have someone who could give you their ear to just listen and help you understand what's going on in your life? And BetterHelp has over 10 years of experience in matching people with the right therapist to help them with. They have about 30,000 licensed therapists with a wide range of specialties. So there is someone for everyone. It's completely online. It makes therapy affordable, convenient, and it serves over 5 million people worldwide. Let's say you don't like your therapist. Switch at any time for no extra cost. We're all better with help. Visit betterhelp.com/social studies to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/social studies.
This show is sponsored by Liquid IV. You guys know I'm pretty into Liquid IV. Yes, I am. I use it all the time. I take it to the beach on our nice warm days. I was on a boat yesterday. And guess what I was drinking in my water bottle? That's right. Liquid IV. And you can drink Liquid IV too at a discounted rate, because if you visit liquidiv.com to maximize your summer plans, you can get the absolute best hydration multipliers with 20% off your first order if you use the code SOCIAL at checkout at liquidiv.com. Listen, it's so easy. You just rip it open, throw it in 16 ounces of water, and it truly tastes better than water alone. Powered by Live Hydra Science with an optimal ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients that turn ordinary water into extraordinary hydration. 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks and 8 essential vitamins and nutrients. And it's always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. I am going to be using it all summer, and even I'm just going to go ahead and say the rest of the year, probably the rest of my life, because I truly love it. Love how true to fruit the flavors actually are. My favorite, I say it every week, is what, Gaspar?
Liquid IV.
White peach. You're not even listening. I love the white peach. I talk about it every single week. Where you at? It's sugar-free. Other sugar-free flavors are their raspberry lemonade and their rainbow sherbet, which you will absolutely love. So what are you waiting for? Get ready for summer right now with extraordinary hydration from Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order when you go to liquidiv.com and use code SOCIAL at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with code SOCIAL at liquidiv.com.
Guys, summer is right around the corner, and the folks over at Mint Mobile have a hot take. Getting a summer bod is out, and getting your savings bod is in. This spring and summer, we want skimpy wireless bills and big fat wallets. And the premium wireless plans for just $15 a month. You can have both without breaking a sweat. The thing about Mint Mobile that's great is the wireless plans are exactly what you have now. All the plans that come in with high-speed data, they have unlimited talk to text, and they're on the largest 5G network. You can use your own phone number, which obviously is a great thing. All your contacts transfer over. Everything about your current phone is coming with you to Mint Mobile. The only difference is you're getting 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for just $15 a month. So this year, skip breaking a sweat and breaking the bank. Get your summer savings and shop premium wireless plans at mintmobile.com/social studies. That's mintmobile.com/social studies. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month 5GB plan required, equivalent to $15 per month. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details. Well, you know, it's funny. So when we got our bedroom furniture, remember I was telling we ordered all that bedroom furniture, they delivered piece by piece, which annoyed me. And I will tell you why. One reason it annoyed me is because first they came and they just dropped off the nightstands. but like we didn't have our bed. Then they dropped off one dresser. Then they dropped off another dresser and the bed. So it was 3 separate trips. And because of that, he like waived a delivery fee or some shit. Like he took something off because he felt bad. But my issue was they came 3 separate times. So what does that mean? I have to what?
Pick
I had
up
to
all
tip
that cum.
I had to tip 3 separate times. And that annoyed me. Because if it was just one, I would have tipped one time.
Yeah, that's annoying. That's annoying.
You know, so I was like, this cost a lot. Also,
Do you guys
we had,
can we be grumpy old men right now?
well, I think we are. Look at
What are the surcharges like on receipts when you go out to eat in New York?
what do you mean a surcharge?
Oh, I don't think we should open this. I don't think we should talk about
A
this.
tip, you mean? What's surcharge? Like the extra money?
There are restaurants here in Seattle, most, that put a surcharge on, and it's labeled different things. Sometimes
we talked about this on the podcast.
Okay, then I don't want to talk about it again because I'm too heated.
That Seattle restaurant you went to, and they put the it's just like the extra charges.
For recently, I went to a restaurant, Gaspare, the surcharge was 12%. 12%. And they said
that they were saying that because people weren't tipping, so they were adding it in or something.
This one was even more bullshit. This was 12%, and it was like, because of the high cost of rent in Seattle, this is an administrative 12%. I was like, first of all, you're a new restaurant. I would have felt some type of way if you were like a historical beacon of Seattle who started this restaurant when rent was so low, and now you're trying to keep up. So I don't feel bad. Second of all, build that into your product. And third of all, do I need to tip now still? Because this is wild. 12% is wild.
12% on top of the bill. So if your bill was $100,
12% on top of the bill, on top of taxes.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Is it now $112 plus then taxes on that? So now you're looking at like $130.
Right. So it was like your bill, taxes, then 12% of whatever the bill was. So it's like, whoa.
But that's...
did I tell you about the martini I got recently?
Yeah, this is how this came up. You said that you got the martini and it came out to like an extra $30.
$2 for a blue cheese stuffed olive. That's part of the martini. That's part of the martini. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's like charging for lemon, like in a water.
That's part of the martini, Gaspare Randazzo.
Yeah, just make the martini $2 more. Don't say you got an olive. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like Sebastian, man, it's $2. Like,
no, but like if it was 16. So, okay, first off, let me just tell you, I was in Dave & Buster's yesterday, and my kids wanted this little bouncy ball. So I put all my tickets, whatever. She's like, you have 500 tickets. I got 499 tickets worth of stuff. I had the bouncy ball. I said to the lady, I go, how much is it? Like, I don't have enough tickets. How much is it? She goes, it's $1.80. And I was like, I'm just going to put it in my pocket. Is that okay? And she's like, no. I was like, come on. I was like, you're going to I just spent like $200 on stupid ass games here for a bouncy ball that's cost a penny for them. I was like, I don't want to give you $2. Like, I've spent enough money here.
Gaspare.
And like, I understand why she was like, no, because they can't just ask her to steal.
Yeah. I would have done the same thing though. Okay. I was like, we have like one of our friends' little daughters is super cute and constantly is coming onto whenever we do boat trips, like they bring their daughter and it's great. So I went to, like, I wanted to get, like, I like to bring her a little something so she like has a good time on the boat. Like, she's so cute and fun. I just want to bring her a little something. I don't know. So I was at the store trying to like find a little something for her. Gaspare, there were like keychains, but it was like a stuffed animal for like $25. Not even like a recognizable character of something. I was like, what? There was like another one.
Mouse.
There was
not
like
even-
another one that I picked up that was like $35. It was like this big little stuffed something. I was like, I could get this on Oriental Trading for probably $2. What are you talking
And
about?
you could probably get
$35.
100 of them for
There is a grocery store
$13.
here. There's a grocery store here that I love. It's called Metropolitan Market. Okay. And there's another grocery store that I love called Town and Country. They're the higher end grocery stores here. Okay. The regular run of the mill Kroger, which you guys have. What do you call it, Kroger in New York?
Key food. Yeah.
Key food. Yeah, don't you guys have
ShopRite.
Yeah. What's the one that's good that everyone likes?
Wegmans.
Wegmans.
Yeah.
Wegmans got some good beans. Let me tell you.
Wegmans has good everything, but Wegmans isn't in New York. They don't have them in New York City.
They're in New York State, but not the city.
State, and then they're in Jersey, which is only 13 minutes away from me, but they're not. Like Walmarts aren't allowed in New York City. And I think Wegmans, Walmart, they're all like in that same brand of like.
I think Wegmans is a Kroger, I thought. No?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying it's like that same brand of
okay,
like.
Listen.
Good.
QFC is what we have here, okay?
Okay.
QFC is like regular, it's fine. Like it's good. Like it has what you need at a good price. One below that is Safeway. It's like cheaper stuff.
I know Safeway.
Cost cheap. You do go to Safeway. And then it's like
I don't have it, but DC they have it.
I don't buy produce from Safeway. It goes bad the next day. Personal opinion. It's happened to me multiple times. But then like the upper echelon is like the QFC. I mean, the upper echelon is like the Met Market and the Town and Country. Gaspare. There are products at Town and Country that they also sell at QFC with like a $4 and $5 difference. I'm like, is it just because I'm here? This is the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. Why? If it costs me $3 to make a tomato, sell it for $4, not $15. This is ridiculous.
This is capitalism. You could charge whatever you want, that's why. And they have the name.
And I guess that's fine, but also like, fool me once, you can only skin a sheep once or whatever. You can shear it forever. It's something like that.
You can only kill a sheep one time.
You can shear a sheep forever, but you can only skin it once. Isn't that a thing? Right.
I don't never heard that. That does make sense.
Right. Like I'm like an old shit. Man,
well, you know what? I have a question for you. I bought a rotisserie chicken, right? From Costco. They are
Morgan
$5.
I can't handle them.
Why, you don't like them?
No, I love them. And Morgan could eat one every day. Okay. If we just only had those ridiculous, I want to get them. I'm going to do it.
What?
I'm going to get a Showtime rotisserie barbecue. Do you remember the infomercials? You said it and forget it. You don't remember? This is like a rotisserie barbecue like in your house. Anyway.
Well,
yes, but they're like $2, $3. But it is the worst
$5
quality product. It's all hormone induced.
So
nasty. So much butter and bullshit on those things. You might as well just eat anthrax.
Well, I was reading why they're so cheap because
tell me.
Why could those be so cheap? But yet if you go to a store, rotisserie chicken's got to be more than that. Like if you go to a restaurant, you're paying like $40 for rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
The reason it's cheap is because Costco knows that people will go there for that. So if you ever go into Costco, they're in the very back of the store. They're always in the back of the store. They're never near the front because Costco's banking on you walking through the store to get that rotisserie chicken. You will stop and see other things and take it. So they will make those prices lower in an effort to just drag you into the store. And you're right. I mean, it's all loaded with junk and whatever. But anyway, I bought a rotisserie chicken Monday night. Okay. It is Thursday today. It was never eaten because we ended up going out to eat and someone brought us food the next day. We never ended up eating it. I brought the whole rotisserie chicken to work today, still in the container. And I put it on the table at work and everybody was mad at me and everybody was skeeved out. Is that gross to bring a 3-day-old rotisserie chicken? They were like, you didn't even heat it. You just brought it in cold and put it on the table. But I thought I was being nice. Am I the asshole?
Nah, I think you're fine.
Also, Joe, you know the statue of David? This is throwing it back old school for all you guys who have been listening. Here's a little classical did you know? Joe, did you remember the statue of David, the naked man?
Let me look it up right quick.
You 100% know. Michelangelo, naked guy. It's like he's like a little muscular. He's got curly hair on the top.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Tiny little uncircumcised penis. Yep.
Why, that's little? I actually saw it in Italy. I went to Italy. The statue's the whole room.
Why is the penis on it so little?
Well, I think that a small penis back in the day was considered a hot item, for real.
Wait. Shut the hell up. If you're kidding, don't play.
Google it.
A little penis was considered the ticket? No, just tell me why. I will, but tell me why.
I don't know
why. Googling small penis, first of all. Second of all, just tell me.
In ancient Greece and ancient Rome, small penises were often depicted in art, and they were culturally preferred because they were associated with self-control and intellectualism. While larger penises were seen as a sign of uncontrolled lust and foolishness, sculptures depicted smaller penises on statues of gods, heroes, and philosophers to reinforce the ideas that these figures were rational and victorious. Victorious?
Interesting.
That actually makes sense.
It kinda, I guess.
And also, they used to show all smart people back in the day had beards because they thought that a beard was a sign that your brain was big and it was pushing your facial hair out of your face.
Wow.
So anyway, the statue of David, when Michelangelo was making it, he made it out of a giant stone of rock. Are you just looking at pictures of small penises now?
Kinda, yeah. Ancient small penises. Mm-hmm. Yes,
yeah, if you ever look like any of the artwork on the roof of the Sistine Chapel, they all have little, you know?
Wow. Interesting. Okay, well, there you go.
Wait, that's not the did you know though. But so when he was carving the statue of David, he had just a giant slab of rock and he was hitting it with a chisel, making the body out of it. And he couldn't get any models to stand still for long enough so that he could do it. Mm-hmm. So he went down to the graveyard and found bodies that were just buried, and he dug them up. And he positioned them in the way that he wanted, and he carved the rock statues out of the naked bodies so that it could, get it all. Isn't that crazy?
Crazy. That is crazy. That really is crazy.
And another thing, you know about Galileo and Copernicus, right? All those guys?
I mean, not as much as you, but I'm familiar.
All small penis. Galileo was the one, like, he was looking through a telescope, and essentially he was like, yo, like, the Bible's been telling us that heaven is above us, right? And I'm looking through a telescope right now and I don't see it. I see planets, I see stars. And he basically was challenging the church because he's like, all the stuff you're saying, I'm disproving with science, right? And the church like flipped out and they were like, stop doing this, because if people don't believe in the religion, they don't pay money. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of negatives to them not believing. And they put Galileo on house arrest. And he ended up looking through a telescope so much that he was like studying the sun and stuff. He ended up going blind while he was on house arrest. And he spent like the rest of his life just blind on house arrest.
Blind on house arrest. What do you know? That's crazy.
So Joe,
that's crazy. I didn't know. Thank you for telling me. Anyway, I guess that's the end of our episode. Thanks for listening. Hey, you guys, if you want to come see me live, which I hope you do, get tickets at thejoedombrowski.com.
And get tickets to see me at GaspareRandazzo.com.
Bye.
Bye, guys.